Good evening, everyone. We are live at 5. I don't know about you guys, but it is so extremely hot over here in New England. I am dying. We have the AC on, and I have my fan on. You can't see it, but I have my AC and the fan on. I am completely dying. It is so hot here. We're going to wait a few minutes for people to jump on. If you're jumping on for the first time, say hi. Let me know where you're from. This one's a different one. This is a special edition for solo cleaners tonight, or people who are just coming out of solo. Maybe have a maybe have a helper or two, but they're not really employees. I see one viewer. Say hi. Let me know where you're from, and let me know where you are from. Hey, Nanoska. I said it. How are you, girl? What's going on? What's going on? Hi, Tracy. Doing a deep clean. Ugh, employee didn't show up. That sucks. What's the weather like over there, Tracy? Is it hot? It's hot as balls over here. In New England, yesterday it reached 105. I couldn't believe it. We usually don't get weather like that. Like, we get like 90s. We'll get some like 90s, but not really until like July. It is just a scorcher. Tomorrow's gonna cool off. So if you're joining for the first time, let me know. Say hi. Let me know where you're from. Hi, Stacy. Hi, Cynthia. Cynthia, you're feeling the hot temperatures like me, I bet, right? It's I don't know if I like it. I gotta be totally honest. I don't want to be a Debbie Downer. I know, Tracy, it's hot and I'm pissy. I get it. I totally get it. I've full disclosure. Yeah, it sucks. I came in a little bit ago, and I was so hot because I think like the AC isn't working 100% in my car. I was so hot. I like no one was home, and I just like ripped my shirt off and my sports bar on. I'm just like, fuck this. I'm like, it's so hot here. Oh God. But then I cooled off, and then I got dressed and everything, and now I'm like hot again or whatever. So it looks like people are jumping on. A little bit about me. I know you all know me, but I do this for people that are watching this on replay. My name is Cheryl Hager. I founded this group, Sisters Who Scale. I am a cleaning business coach. I'm also a maid service owner. I started my own company up here in the Boston, Massachusetts area a bit ago called Made Bright Cleaning. I was a single parent. I started from nothing. I used to drive around a beat up CRV, right? Cleaning people's houses, had no money, taking care of my kid, putting food on the table. And I grew my business to approaching $850,000 a year organically, which I'm super proud of. And I always knew that when I reached success, because I was hell bent on it, that I was going to help other people. And here I am. I've been doing this for a bit now, and I just say it's one of the most rewarding things I can do to help all of you get where I am. Because you can do it, you just have to have perseverance and consistency and things like that. So throughout this, you'll see me looking down because I'm going to be looking at. Oh, actually, I might be able to see all you now. I can see all you, but Cynthia, why did you? Hi, Chandra, how are you? All right, Cynthia, just tell me real quick, then I'm going to start the training because tonight's super important. Why did you almost quit your entire business today? Tell me why, because it was hot? Or because that jerk of a lady wanted you to do 9 million things? But I think that was yesterday. Just let me know because I'm curious to know. I'm curious to know because I used to feel like that too. Now I don't clean anymore. But my staff still forgets things here and there, right? It's just the way it is. You have to get used to it. But once you get your freedom, you can kind of deal with the fact that they might miss a couple things here and there, and you can smooth it over with the client, and you're okay. Hi, Belinda. How are you? So everyone started solo. If you're a solo cleaner now, let me know if you're a solo cleaner now. Raise your hand. You probably decided to come to tonight's training because something inside of you is screaming that there's more waiting for you than just cleaning house after house until your back gives out, which is what happened to me. And that little voice is 100% correct. It's 100% correct, and we're going to talk about it tonight, okay? So for those of you that didn't start your cleaning business to stay small forever, thanks for coming tonight. You've come to the right place. I help people grow their cleaning businesses. You all started your business because you wanted freedom, just like I did, years ago. Financial security, maybe even to build something incredible, build a legacy, be a badass, CEO, right? Build a legacy, show your kids that you can do something. But right now, you're probably feeling like a prisoner, especially if you're in this hot weather. Like us, and you want to quit, right? Just like Cynthia said, right? Especially when it's hot. It sucks, especially when people don't put their AC on. But I get it. I've been exactly where you are. All right. But I've helped hundreds of cleaning business owners at this moment break free from the solo trap and build high six-figure businesses and approaching seven-figure businesses, right? Here's the thing that's going to sting a little. Every month that you stay solo is another month that you're choosing small over spectacular. And honestly, time is running out for business owners who want to ride that wave that's coming. Why do I see that? So I'm going to talk about something called the Great Cleaning Business Divide of 2025. So something massive right now is happening in the cleaning industry right now, and most solo cleaners are missing it. While you're scrubbing toilets, you're on your hands and knees, wondering why your back hurts every morning, a small group of cleaning business owners are quietly building their empires over here on the side that are going to make them millionaires at some point. Do you become a millionaire in 1 year in the cleaning industry? You do not. It takes time. You have to get to 100 grand. You have to get to 200 grand. You have to get to 300 grand. Everything is a stepping stone. And anyone says that they build it super, super quickly and is profitable is just lying to you. Just so you know. You know me, I rip the Band-Aid off and I shoot straight. So there's two types of cleaning businesses. If you want to take notes, please do. This is on record. If you're watching this on replay, say hi. Let me know where you're from. So you have two types of businesses. You have millionaire builders, those who scale their operations and are now counting six figures and seven figures. They're not cleaning. And then you have the forever solo person, okay? Those who stayed small, they're still trading their time for their money, right? Trading time for dollars. You don't get paid unless you go to work, right? And they're getting left behind. So which one are you going to be? Are you going to be solo or are you going to be millionaire? Write in the chat, solo or millionaire. And you all better write millionaire. So here's the solo cleaner's prison. All right. So let me paint the picture of reality that you all know that this is going to resonate with you. So you wake up early thinking, Mrs. Johnson's house, you're going to be, there at 9 a.m. and the Peterson's deep clean at like 2 p.m. or whatever. So your phone is buzzing, client requests. You're mentally calculating if you can squeeze one more house in this week. You're making decent money. Maybe you're making $3,000 to $6,000 a month, right? But you're working more hours than when you had a boss, right? You're cleaning all the time. Then you're fielding all the calls. Then you're handling all the, oh, can you do this? Can you do that? Can I change my day? Can I change my time? All that stuff, right? You can't take a real vacation when you don't work. Why? Because you don't get paid. I know that sucks to hear, but it's true. Forget about getting sick. That's just lost income you can't afford. And then they're going to say to you, oh, let's just skip this one. We'll see you in 2 weeks. But they want the same price. And because you canceled on them, you can't up their price, right? It was your fault, even though if you're getting sick, technically it's your fault. But you can't up their price. And so what's really happening here is you have created the world's most demanding job for yourself, right? If you get sick for a week, mortgage doesn't get paid. Car payment doesn't get paid. Hopefully you're getting food for yourself, right? You know where I'm going with this, right? But what if I told you that if you're stuck in this cycle, there are cleaning business owners who took home $80,000 last month, right? Yeah, right? By working fewer hours than you. So they cracked the code on what I'm going to help you discover, right? I am thirsty today, so don't mind me. I'll check and see who else is on. Hey, Marta. Gabriella. Hi, Gabriella. Hi, Natalia. Okay, so are you ready for this? This is the secret that most big cleaning business owners 97% of them will never tell you. Okay, so the cleaning business owners making seven figures, they're not better cleaners than you, right? Of course they're not. They don't have some special secret cleaning formula. They don't even clean anymore. The truth is they built systems that work without them present. That is a situation. I'm going to give you my situation. I'm not trying to be like a know-it-all or whatever, but I was able to get a facial today while my teams were in houses cleaning, and it was quiet and I had a little bit of peace, and they cleaned all of the houses, and I had some zen time, right? That's what you can have if you build your systems. So don't worry about which bathroom cleaner works best or whatever, right? Like, they don't worry about that stuff. They're building teams, they're creating processes, and they're scaling operations that generate revenue while they sleep. And that's what I want to teach you. So let's talk about some numbers. Let's talk about some numbers that will blow your mind. Might make it a little crazy, but I like to just be at ground level and tell you where it is. So let's talk about solo. So your solo reality is maybe you do 30 houses a month. Okay, perfect, right? That's about 8, right? That's about 8 a week, 7 to 8 a week. 150 per house. Some of you making more, some of you making less. Let's just go 150. All right, 150. You're making 4,500 in monthly revenue. Pretty good. And you're not working full time for the most part, because that's probably 1 to 2 houses a day. So maybe you're working 5-6 hours a day. All right, okay, all right. But you're doing all the work. You're doing all the work. So you're responsible for 100% of it. Okay, let's talk about the scaled reality. 300 houses per month at 150 per house. That is $45,000 in monthly revenue. Is it all going in your pocket? Hell no, it's not all going in your pocket. Almost half of it's going to staff, right? And then the rest gets divvied between your other costs and you. Okay, so this is when your teams are doing the work while you grow the business. When your teams are doing the work, you can grow the business. When you're doing the work, you can't grow the business, right? That's the difference, right? And that $45,000 doesn't come all at once, right? I'll tell you, that's not like, it takes time to build that, but you can work towards $45,000 a month every single month. That's over $500,000 a year. Now we're talking some money, right? So are you starting to see why I'm so passionate about this? Okay, so here's the part that gets me really excited. I call it the time freedom revolution. It gets me excited for you because I'm living it, okay? And it's not just about the money, although the money is good. It's the freedom. It's getting your life back. It's being able to go out and get a facial in the middle of the day, right? Just an example, right? Or, if I have that freedom. Of course I work. You guys know that I open my office in the morning. My staff all comes. We do a staff meeting about the houses every day, make sure everyone has their keys, equipment. We do all that stuff, but I've trained my teams to go out and work without me. That didn't happen overnight. That took time, right? I'm not going to say some bullshit line is going to happen overnight. It's not going to happen overnight. It's going to take time, but it can happen. It does happen, right? It does happen. So, think of this. It's Tuesday, 2 p.m., so instead of, scrubbing someone's shower, you're at your kid's school play instead, right? Your phone is buzzing with notifications of 3 new clients that want estimates. They did it through your website. You're not having to sit there and message everyone through Facebook, private message, right? Which drives me fucking bananas. When clients try and reach you through your private Facebook, I hate that. The line is through the website. Fill out the form. Come to me the right channel. So I have all their information. So I don't have to spend, 20 minutes getting all their information, getting all the crapola, getting their questions. No. Fill out the form. I'll get an estimate to you. We discussed it at the estimate. That is a system, okay? And that's not fantasy. That is exactly what happens when you build a real business, okay? Instead of a solo. We all start solos, so don't feel bad. So, and this can happen if you're willing to learn. So here's something that's going to sound dramatic, but I need you to understand how serious this is. The cleaning industry is changing faster than ever, and solo operators are about to get left behind. Why am I saying that? Why am I saying that? And there's going to be something that I'm going to be doing in the future. I don't know when, maybe at some point in July. I'm going to be doing an open forum discussion where we can all get together and discuss the next thing I'm going to talk to you about. So there's a perfect storm coming your way, coming my way. It's a massive shift that's happening now. And we're going to talk about the labor market revolution, right? More people are looking for flexible, well-paying jobs. More people are going to be looking for jobs. Why do I say that? Why do I say more people are going to be looking for cleaning jobs? Because some of the pop-up cleaners might be going away real soon. Why do you think they're going away real soon? Because the labor force is changing in the cleaning industry, in the roofing industry, in the manual labor industry. Why is that? Can anyone answer that question? Does anyone know why the labor market is changing in the US right now? I'm going to leave that. I want to see if anyone gets it, right? I want to see if anyone gets it. Smart cleaning business owners are grabbing the best people while they're available, right? While they're available. You need to attract great, amazing team members, and you need to know how to do it because things are changing, right? Who thinks they know the answer? Why is there a massive shift that's happening? Hey, Ruth Ann. Georgia Peaches, girl. What's up? I love it. Nanoska says less demand. Nope. Good try, but nope. Why? Millionaire. Everyone wants to be a millionaire. Good. I'm glad everyone wants to be a millionaire. AI. Good one, but no. Negative. Why is the labor force changing? Why do I have a hunch that in the next couple of years you're going to see more cleaning businesses disappear? Yeah. Why do you think that? So there's a good thing and a bad thing. Economy is close. Cynthia says a lot of reasons. That's not a reason. Marta says economy is close, but not quite there. Ruth Ann says labor force is changing because people will not work for cheap. Everyone wants to be paid a set minimum standard of cost of living. We're getting close. What's that game? We're getting warmer. Why do I think that we're going to have a great opportunity coming up as cleaning business owners? It's a twofold thing. Belinda Marie, the market, possibly. It's all tied in with it. And we're going to have an awesome open discussion probably next month. It's going to be like a forum. It's going to be off Facebook. It's going to be off Zoom. As cleaning business owners, we're all going to discuss it. It's going to be just cool. Everyone can come. Robots can do it. Gabriella, if I could hire robots, I would replace my son. No, isn't that so bad to say? Can you imagine if a robot could clean houses? We'd all be rich. For demographics, people will pay for quality workforce. I can't believe you guys aren't getting this. Okay, so I'm just gonna let you know. All right, so the labor market revolution is changing because of the deportations, because people will no longer be willing to work for less, right? So the illegals, illegal, whatever you call them, immigrants have always been willing to work for less. Whether that's fair or not to the immigrant is not something we're going to discuss. I happen to think it's not fair. I happen to think that and we all were immigrants at one point. My family, my great grandparents came here from Lebanon, right? That's, if you guys don't know, I'm Lebanese. They came here, and then my other side came from Ireland and England, right? So everyone, we're all like that. But so we guys know what's happening. One of the reasons why there's so many pop-up cleaners is because there's so many people in this country, right? And they needed a job. So what's happening now is, we all know, as we see it in the U.S., good, bad, or indifferent, whatever you think, is that people are leaving the country. So some of the workforce is leaving the country. What does that mean for us? And what does that mean for us? That means two things. That means there's going to be less people for cleaning jobs, right? That means you need to learn how to attract people for cleaning jobs, and that means there's going to be more people at the same time applying for cleaning jobs. You're going to have a different, your labor market is completely changing. Here's another thing that I think is amazing for us, and we all need to, this wasn't even what I was going to talk about, and we all need to stand together as cleaning business owners to, how do I say, protect the industry, is that clients are no longer going to be able to get cheaper labor, and that's better for us. Do you guys see where I'm going from with this? I know it's an interesting subject, right? It's an interesting subject. Um, People are going to, if we stand together as cleaning business owners and we raise the prices of our cleaning collectively as a whole across the board, what's going to happen? It's going to raise all of us. We're going to be able to get $180, $190, $200 because they're no longer going to be able to get cheaper services, right? Because of what's happening. Is that making sense, ladies? Does that make sense? We're gonna have a whole discussion on this. It's, and it's just a discussion. It's not really like me teaching anything. It'll be like everyone's opinion, because I think what's happening is interesting. It's remarkable and not remarkable at the same time. What do you guys think? I didn't even think about a union activity, Cynthia. Cynthia says we won't hear my last cleaner only charged me $90. Right? Correct. Exactly. See? So, no, it's got to understand. No, it's very true. And you know what? We should want to pay our staff more. Right? These companies out here that are getting these people, these helpers, right, that aren't paying taxes and stuff like that, and they're paying them whatever, $14, $15 an hour to go clean houses. That's not fair. Immigrant, non-immigrant, that's not fair. That's a human being, right? So definitely. Gabby says, I was after 2020, a lot of more pop-up cleaners that there was had to phase out because they were met with resistance, and a lot of people can't follow through because cleaning is hard. Amen to that. Totally true. We totally have to stand together. We have to stand together to raise the prices of house cleaning as a whole, and also not to get taken advantage of. We don't need to get taken advantage of. Our staff doesn't need to get taken advantage of. Ask Cynthia about her experience 2 days ago. This is complete bullshit, right? She'll tell you. I gotta get back to this training. But we are gonna have a forum. We're gonna talk about this labor industry thing, like as a whole, collectively. So, okay, what else is changing? Your technology, right? Apps, booking systems, customer management tools. They're all getting better. Using AI is getting, things are getting easier, they're getting faster. Every program has some sort of AI built into it, so you need to keep up with the times, right? Those who don't will struggle to compete because everyone's going to expect it. Just to give you an example, we have an AI assistant, not a virtual assistant, not an answering service. It is an AI assistant. She never calls in. She answers the phone. She gets the information. She gets the address. She gets the phone number, and people are talking to her. Her name is Julie. So, we're keeping up with the times. We're having this. This allows us to get all the information while I'm unable to answer the phone. My husband's unable to answer the phone, right? Phenomenal. The client expectation shift. More and more customers want professionalism. They want companies, not individuals, right? Every once in a while you say, oh, I want a person and not a company or whatever, and that's fine. But those individuals can't keep up. You and I know it, right? Especially, if we have people that are, don't have business skills, right? So customers want consistent service, right? They want reliability. Solo cleaners are starting to look, they can sometimes start to look amateur, right? Sometimes start to look amateur. Why? Because they don't have the systems in place. That's where I come in. I help you. I help you grow the systems, grow your teams, and get out of that so you have a professional organization. So there's an 18-month window with this, and this should light a fire under everyone on here. Industry experts predict that solo cleaning operations will face their biggest challenges in the next 18 months. Pop-up cleaners will start to disappear overnight due to the immigrant labor crisis that's happening in the country, right? You can't know, maybe someone has just had to go back, right? Because her husband, or who knows, right? Things are gonna, think about that. That is a real thing, right? That's a real thing that, probably no one's willing to discuss, but me. so, um, so scaled cleaning companies are gonna be able to start to grow and flood the market with professional services. The people that own cleaning companies are going to see this as an opportunity, and you need to be there with them. They're going to learn how to competitively price, and they're going to be reliable, which is what a lot of solo cleaners have a hard time matching because life gets in the way, or they're sick, or they, break an ankle or something. Anything happens. So the cleaning business owners who scale in 2025 will own the markets in 2026, which is next year. And those who don't will be fighting for the scraps, and nobody wants to scrap. So let's talk about the fear. The fear and how it's stealing your $1 million future. So the elephant in the room is, you should scale, but something is holding you back. So let me guess what goes through your head. You're thinking something along the lines of, what if my team doesn't clean as well as I do? What if I hire some shitbag that doesn't know how to clean, right? I used to think the same thing. And I've hired my share of shitbags, believe me. But what I discovered is your standards aren't magical. They can be taught, they can be systemized, and they can even be improved upon. I'm always improving my systems, always improving my systems. Many of my clients tell me that my teams actually clean better than they ever clean their house themselves, right? Fresh eyes catch things they get used to missing. Team accountability keeps everyone sharp, and proper training consistency you could never achieve alone. Why? Because you created a training system for people. What about this? What if my clients reject my team? Tracy, this just happened to Tracy. I know Cynthia's nervous about it. I know Belinda's worked through this because she, doesn't only cleans when she has to. A lot of people are nervous. What if my client says, oh, I only want you to clean my house? You know what I mean? You all have to make the transition at some point. And this one cracks me up because it's so backwards. Your clients don't love you because you personally scrub their toilets. They love you because you make their lives easier. So if you can put someone else doing the same job, why wouldn't they be happy, right? When you show up with a professional team, proper uniforms, a systematic process, and reliable service, they love it. We just did a house today. Went from a 1 or 2 person operation. They weren't getting the grout. This guy was like a bleachaholic, right? It was the husband that walked me around, wanted us to bleach the crap out of the shower. So we did a good job, did his windows. He was totally happy. The house looked spotless. So he opted for a company from a solo cleaner because they weren't doing a good job. That happens all the time. And it's your job to go get that client, right? This is a dog eat dog world, right? You got to be sure you can be friendly. But you're gonna, at the end of the day, you're going to be competitive because you're going out to build your empires, right? That doesn't happen just being nice to everyone in your community all the time, right? Keep your enemies, what is that expression? Keep your friends close and your enemies closer, right? Something like that. I don't know. Another one you might say to yourself, what if I can't find good people? Who said that one? Yeah, probably everyone, right? So the businesses, I tell everyone that the businesses struggling to find good people are the ones with no systems, no training, and no vision. So when you offer competitive pay, you have to offer competitive pay. You just can't pay them too much. When you offer professional training, when you offer growth opportunities, right, to grow with the company, stay with the company, and a positive work environment, good people find you, right? When you have all this stuff, they're attracted to you. If you learn how to write the right kind of ad, which I teach in my Drop Them Up program, which half of you are in. So another one, what if I can't afford to hire? Right. This is the biggest lie that your brain tells you. If you have the right money coming in, and you have the right system, and they're not over cleaning and clock milking, of course you can pay them because you're bringing in money to pay them, right? It's craziness, right? You can't afford not to hire if you're a solo cleaner. So every hour you spend cleaning is an hour that you're not getting new clients, improving your systems, growing your revenue, and building your empire. You're not saving money by staying solo. You're losing it. Right? You are losing it. Is this all making sense, ladies? People are scared to get out, and I know, and that's the sucky thing. Like, it's terrible, right? It's terrible. Right? We'll talk about that on the forum. We'll talk about this on the forum because I feel that it's something that needs to be talked about. It's not just cleaning industry. It's the labor industry. It's the landscaping industry. It's the roofing industry. I mean, they're doing what they're doing. I have friends that own landscaping companies, and they're losing their guys. And we're not going to talk about our feelings about that, right? We're not going to talk about, right, wrong, indifferent, or whatever. It's something that's happening. Doesn't look like it's going away, and we have to deal with it. We have to deal with it as owners, because it is a reality to all of us, right? To all of us, yeah. Good employees should make you money, not cost you money. Correct, Belinda. Those clients can be so tough to transition. They can be so tough to transition. And you have to do it in the right way. The less of a big deal you make it, the better. Never make an announcement that you're transitioning out, because they're gonna think you're gone and they're gonna see you. You just wanna. When I did it, when I was out there solo, I would bring my employees, my helpers, whatever you wanna call them. I cleaned for a while. And then they would come with me, and then I'd get them used to the client. And then on the client's day, Betsy's day, that we had to clean, I would say, oh, I'm not going to be able to make it today. Dawn is coming. She's on your house several times, da 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 da. That's how you do it. There's no announcement. There's no nothing. You just do it really slow. Hey, Patricia, how are you? I would like to know which platforms you use to have more clients. Jobber, is that what you mean? Do you mean a CRM? I get all my business from social media and word of mouth and Google. Those are my three. And realtors. Four. There's a few. There's a few. So, yeah. So I just wanted to talk about a couple of people that made the leap. Right? These aren't fairy tales. I don't think they're on here tonight. Sometimes Andrea's on, but so Janet Baker from Idaho, she was the queen of excuses. My clients won't accept anyone else. I can't find reliable people. She just say that all the time. What if the quality suffers? These are valid excuses, right? Valid, not excuses, but these are valid thoughts that go through your mind, right? But you're just nervous, right? You're nervous to take the next step, to take that risk, right? So it actually does become actually an excuse. So let's fast forward. Janet, where I worked with Janet, she was in Drop the Mop. She's now in Sisters Elite. She's now coming to Rise Retreat in September, the in-person 3-day experience with me. I have one spot left if anyone's interested. DM me. I can tell you all about it. So here's the thing. She just hit almost $25,000 last month. She was about 8,000 or 9,000 when we started. We just had our call the other day. She's up to almost 25 grand a month. She has 4 teams, works 25 hours a week. The best part, her client satisfaction scores are higher than they've ever been. She's not getting hardly any complaints at all. You're always going to get complaints here and there. It's just part of the business. If you want perfection, stay a solo cleaner. You have to get used to it. You just have to know how to deal with it, right? And it's fine. That's what I teach you. Don't take it personally. It's fine. You're not going to die if you get a complaint, all right? You're not going to know what's going to die. I'm hot, so I'm just hearing this. So she's had great success. She followed my plan, showed up to class, did her homework, kept going, didn't quit. And that's the big thing, right? Not quitting, not giving up, right? Guess what? If you quit, you're not going to make it. No one's going to remember you because you quit. That's the reality. People don't remember quitters. They remember the people that stuck it out, kept going in the face of defeat, and just said, I'm not going to quit. That's what you have to do. You have to not quit. Andrea Masvelton, maybe you saw her video this week. She's also coming to Rise retreat in September with me as well. She was soloing. Hers is a great story, and I put a couple reels out on her. Pushing the limits, about 10,000 a month, right? She's badass, right? She's making 10,000, 11,000 a month. She was cleaning all by herself, had an occasional helper, but she was insecure because she was afraid of hiring. If you listen to her story, you'll hear her say that. Thinking she couldn't afford to hire. Same thing. Fast forward, she's still in the program. She got a month left. In May, her company did $27,000 in 5 months. How did she do it? She hired. She said goodbye to solo cleaning. She hired 5 cleaners because she was like, screw it, I'm just going to hire a bunch. So you 6, right? She said goodbye to solo cleaners. She's making more money. She's working less hours, less time cleaning. Why? Because she had the guts to say, let's do this. She became part of Drop Them Up and Scale with me in the program, and she's killing it. She's on her way to making $50,000 a month. She's going to scale fast because she has what it takes, right? She's not afraid. She's not afraid. I know, Cynthia. I'm so excited for you to meet you too. I know, in person. I know. We get to spend basically 4 days together. It's awesome. Patricia says, I don't know how many customers you have, but are they all word of mouth? They are not. They were mostly from Facebook. I asked because I've been trying to get clients for 7 months, spend them on Google. I am not a fan on Google. Patricia, I'll side message you. I love Facebook. I think Google's changing. Things are changing on there very fast, and you're not the only one that's saying this. Spending a lot of money, not getting a lot of leads. I don't think it's the hot place anymore. It used to be, and that's the thing. You need to know that everything changes, right? So I need to make you all understand something, right? That might make you sick, but I'm going to say it anyways. Every month you delay scaling is costing you more than you realize. Let's do some quick math. You delay it 1 month, okay? That's $15,000 in potential additional revenue lost. Now you're 6 months delay. Now you get $90,000 in total potential revenue lost. A year, 200 grand. That's the potential average revenue of someone who comes out of solo cleaning first in the first year. You're gonna be missing out on that. What the hell are you doing? You can't afford not to do this. If you want to build your legacy and build a business, right? That's just basic numbers. 200,000 is 17,000 a month, like right around there. That's easy to get to. Once you start hiring a couple people, that's freaking easy peasy to get to. That's not even like up here. That's just like here. That's like, first and second year revenue potential, right? After you solo. But you're not just losing money. It's your physical health, right? How much longer can your body handle the daily grind? My back gave out. My husband had to carry me out of bed to the chiropractor's office. I was cleaning 4 or 5 houses a day for a long time, right? I'm like some of you know my story. Your family time, right? How many more family dinners, recitals, games, sporting games you're going to miss? Your mental health or stress, right? And so your future, this is the biggest thing. What happens when you can't clean anymore? What are you going to do? Go get an office job? It's not going to replace the cleaning income. You and I know that, right? So you have to prepare for the future because you don't know what's happening, right? And so as we're talking about this, other cleaning business owners are already scaling. They're hiring teams, they're improving their systems, and they're preparing to dominate this market as the labor force is changing in this country, right? As the labor force is changing, as clients are no longer able to get cheaper service, they're raising their prices, clients are going with them. That's what I'm talking about. It's not just one thing. It's the domino effect, right? The labor force is changing over here, but the domino effect is clients are now not going to be able to get cheap service, so they have to go for the higher paying service. Why not it be you? That's what I'm. It's like a seesaw, right? This is happening over here, and then this is happening over here. So it's basically like your $1 million decision point. What are you going to do about it? You have 3 choices, right? You have choice 1. Don't listen to me. Go back to cleaning houses and hope things get better on their own, right? Maybe they will, maybe they won't. Okay. Number 2, try and figure out on your own. Valid. Make some mistakes, right? Hopefully not too expensive. Maybe succeed in 3 to 5 years if you're lucky, all right? Choice 3, get a proven system, expert guidance, fast track your success, start immediately. You can work with me, right? Work with me. I've spent the last few years perfecting a system that transforms solo cleaners into 6-figure and high 6-figure earnings. It's called Drop Them Up and Scale. It's in a 6-month accelerator, and it is exactly what it sounds like. It's a program to get you out of the field and into the CEO chair where you all need to be. But I only work with 7 owners at a time. That is it. The 7 spots. It's a small group. It's very personal. You get a lot of personal attention in it, faster results, and higher success rates. Most of my graduates do very well. Do very well. I always say the people that don't do very well are the people that don't do the work. So if you fly under my wing and you do the work and you show up to class and you do the homework, it will work. It only works if you don't work it. Right, correct. So right now is open registration. I'm taking on new students. If you're a solo cleaner or if you're a cleaner that's had a few helpers and you can't seem to keep the right people and you're struggling in that area too, that's very similar. And if what I said tonight resonated with you, we should have a chat. Once these spots are gone, I close registration. The next opportunity won't be available until end of September, early October is when I open this up for open registration, because once I have so many in the group, I don't take on anymore. So what do you get when you secure one of the spots in the Drop Them Up? You get a complete system. It's already transformed a lot of businesses. It's the exact scaling blueprint. Direct coaching access to me for your your toughest challenges. You work with me directly. That's what's very different about what I do. You get all the templates, all the training materials you need, plus you get a community of other cleaning business entrepreneurs who truly help each other, inspire each other, and the camaraderie is pretty insane. Pretty insane. And I always tell everyone the investment is less money than a family vacation, right? So if you want to book multiple family vacations, if you do my program, then you can afford to buy multiple family vacations. But I guarantee you, if you show up, you're gonna have big returns, big success, because I am very dedicated to everyone I work with. So if you're interested, DM me. Let me know. Stop trading your time for money, right? And start becoming a CEO. Just DM me or type Drop Them Up. I'll reach out. I'm very friendly. You can message me or whatever. You don't want to keep cleaning houses. I love the work. Oh, Patricia, that's too much. That's too much. We should have a chat. Cynthia says most of her clients are from Facebook and networking. Cynthia does networking too. Yep, Cynthia does networking. All right, ladies, have an amazing evening. I hope this was helpful. I will keep you posted on the forum I was talking about. It's just going to be a discussion with cleaning business owners in this community. Everyone is welcome to come, and it's going to be off Facebook. It's going to be a Zoom where we can just kind of let it flow and talk about topics and discussions and what's happening in your state and what's happening in your state. Just like a round forum discussion. I think it'd be cool because it's something that's definitely relevant. What's happening in all of our businesses, wherever state you're in, you're all being affected by what's going on with the labor force, right? Disappearing on us, right? Exactly. Good, bad, and different. Things are changing. What does that mean for hiring people that are expecting higher wages, right? We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about clients now having to pay higher wages. We're going to talk about a lot of things in that. So, can you tell me how you get to customers to get Facebook customers? Patricia, I teach that in my course. All right, ladies, have an amazing, amazing evening. All right, I hope this was helpful. I'll talk to you soon.